Roxo Trucking.
I'm Roxanne. We're just going to give you a little introduction of who we are since we're new to YouTube. I'm Roxanne, and this is my handsome husband, Alonzo.
And this is how we got the name, Roxo Trucking, Roxanne, Alonzo, Roxo Trucking LLC. That's how we got it.
That's how we got it. And this our mascot. This is Diva. Diva Weaver Weaver. Say hey.
And here's Daphne.
Say hey, Diva Weaver.
Here go Daphne.
And that Dappy Pappy.
Here go Daphne. They roll with us.
They keep us sane on the road.
Yeah, so we're gonna put them down.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go ahead and give you guys some content. All right, so my wife's gonna talk about how she got started.
Well, I initially started driving trucks about 20. I started driving about 25 years ago. Started driving school buses. And I wasn't making a lot of money. Well, I mean, I wasn't making enough money to do what I was wanting to do, being a single mom. I had one son at the time. And, you know how school bus driving jobs are. You go in the morning, then you go home, and then you go in the evening. It was tying up my whole day. And so I came up upon a trash truck, actually. And I needed full-time money, so I started working for Waste Management, which was, I stayed there 8 years driving. Then I started driving trucks there. I started my trucking career with Waste Management. So, what else do you want to add, honey?
So, as my wife started with Waste Management, she got into trucking. Driving the semis. She didn't need no training. Now, this is for you newbies. She didn't go through any training. She met somebody who had already had a license, and she got her license through that driver. So she didn't have to go through what you guys go through.
Yes, I did.
What'd you have to do?
I got my license through Swift Driving Academy. Yeah. Remember I told you I went to Swift Driving Academy? I had to go through driving training twice.
And then you had to come back and get your real license.
I had to, I got my life through Swift. And Swift was caught not administering the test correctly. This was back in 2006, 7-ish, 8. And a lot of students that went to Swift Driving Academy, they gave you a chance to, you had to take the whole CDL test over again. And if you miss one portion of that test, they took your license. Well, I missed a portion of the test, and they took my license. So I had to go back through driving school again, and I went to Smith and Solomon. You can see
we went to Smith and Solomon down in Bordentown, New Jersey. Shout out to Smith and Solomon.
So if y'all out there and you're thinking about going through a third-party testing site because it's cheaper, think again. Think long and hard. Make sure dot your I's and cross your T's, because it can be catastrophic to your career.
Yeah, so with that being said, now my wife had her license. She's been rolling with this company by herself with her own truck. Now, she had her own truck, her own semi. It was called Ladybird.
Yeah, 2006 Freightliner.
2006 Freightliner. It was called Ladybird. Manual. She had that by herself. And she drove that by herself for how many years, honey?
I drove by myself for
about 5 years.
6 years.
And then we met online. Now, I came from doing collections at a collection agency. I was doing collections for about 12 years. And I always wanted to drive a truck. I always wanted to drive a truck. So we met online, and so happened to be that she was a truck driver. And I said, oh, wow, I want to drive a truck too.
Mm-hmm.
I want to drive a truck too. And she asked me, she said, are you sure? Is this what you want to do? I said, yes. I said, absolutely.
He said, what would make me a good truck driver? I said, you would be a great truck driver because you have a lot of patience. You could put up with me. You got a lot of patience. No, he's great. He's great with patience. I mean, he'll hurry up and just sit there and wait. He'll just wait until, as long as he has to wait, he just have the patience for it. So I just thought, I said, wow, this guy, he's wonderful. You got a clean driving record? He was like, yeah. You ever been to jail? He was like, no.
Yeah, so I signed up.
I was like, dang.
And then I signed up for school.
How's your credit?
I signed up for school, and I was still working, so I was going to school on the weekends, every Saturday and Sunday. And I did that for about 2 weeks. My wife said, oh, no, that's taking a little bit too long. Now, mind you, she already has a job set up for me with the company she was currently at. She had a job for me already. So I stopped going on the weekends. I started going during the week. I finished the school in about 3 weeks.
You want to take your shades off?
And then I'm done. I finished school off in about 3 weeks. Let me take my shades off so you guys can see me. I finished the school in about 3 weeks. I'm done with school. Now, she has a job for me. The company she was working for had told her that she can train me. I don't have to ride with no other driver, no other trainer. I can roll with my wife. They let her train me. So we stayed there for about 10 months. Now, I need a year because we had this plan that we was going to work for this certain company. So we left that company in 10 months. We went to another company for 2 months. That's my year. And then once we left that company that we was with for 2 months, now we with the company that we wanted to be with.
Yeah, we worked and saved our money. And that old 2006 Freightliner wasn't going to do teamwork. So it was breaking down. The truck was just, it had a 950-some thousand miles on it. But I mean, I fixed everything but the engine. But it just kept breaking down, and it started breaking faster than I can fix it. And that's when I knew it was time to get rid of it. So with us driving teams, I absolutely knew it was time to get rid of it then. That truck wasn't going to do teamwork. So we...
So what we did, we got rid of the truck, and we with this new company. We leased on with them and bought our own truck.
We got our truck through Lone Mountain. Shout out to Lone Mountain.
Yeah, shout out to Lone Mountain down there in Tifton, Georgia. Down there in Tifton, Georgia. We had to put down $6,500 on it. Cash money. $6,500 down. We got the truck. We had to wait about a week for all the paperwork and everything. So my wife got family down there, down in Camilla, which is not far from Tifton, Georgia, down in Camilla. So we were down there chilling for a minute. Down there with her family, right? Mm-hmm. We were down there chilling with them. Mm-hmm. And after the truck got done, all the paperwork, we went ahead and picked the truck up, and we bobtailed all the way from Tifton, Georgia, all the way home to Pennsylvania. Once we got to Pennsylvania, we had to wait a couple of days with this company. We had to wait a couple of days to get a trailer. Mm-hmm. So we finally got a trailer, and then we've been rolling with them ever since for, 3 years.
Yeah.
We rolled them for 3 years. Made some good money with them, but they was taking
35% of our pay
of the load.
Well, I always had a owner-operator mentality. My father kind of taught me that if you can do it for them, if you can work for somebody else, you can work for yourself. He just installed that in me, and I just always wanted to get our own authority.
And I was always taught that too. Like, why are you going to work for somebody who can actually not do something else for you, but you can actually do what they're doing for you yourself?
You can do it yourself.
Do it
what
yourself.
they doing, you can do it for yourself.
It's
just a matter of patience with paperwork, which I don't have. I tried to get my authority by myself before, and I soon found out I didn't have enough money. I didn't have enough capital to do all that. But after running teams, we saved our money, and we had more than enough money to get started and to wait it out. It took us about 2 months.
Yeah, we left our company. We left our company in May of 2021, and we got our authority in July of 2021. So we was off from May all the way to July. We were off, so we had a nice little summer.
So if you were gonna do it, I would say keep your job and keep working. But at that time, we had already left the job, so.
And we had enough capital.
We thought we could just get our authority and keep running, but that's not what happened. When you get your authority, they're going to make you wait 30 days.
You're going to wait.
Mandatory, across the board. No matter what you do, you say, ain't no trick around it. I don't know any. But everybody wait 30 days. And if you're thinking about going with Amazon, wait more than 30 days before you even apply, because I hear a lot of people saying that Amazon kick them out. So the machine, Amazon don't kick you out, but the computer kicks you out. And once the computers kick you out, it's hard to get back in.
Yeah, so now at this point right now, we are rolling with our own authority. We've been doing it for 8 months now, ever since July. So we've been doing very well. We file our taxes. We do all our taxes. We do our 2290. We do everything ourselves. Which is not really hard. It's really not that hard.
The federal taxes we don't do ourselves. We have a CPA for that. Right. Stay on top of your federal taxes, because you don't want that kind of trouble.
Right. So, all you newbies out there, all you guys out there, all you women out there that y'all want to get into this game, hey, when you go to a trucking company, make sure, my wife will explain to you, make sure that they let you get home. Make sure they let you get home.
Yeah, if they don't respect you and you have to stay on the road. I say when you first start, if you just came out of school, stand out for 1 month, a month is long enough. After a month, they should get you home. 6 weeks the most. After 6 weeks, you should be home. I would say, and then if you, after you're solo, after you're going solo, you should be getting home at least stay out 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, you should be going home. And if they don't send you home in 2 weeks, I would start looking for another company.
Yep.
I didn't play around with these people. I let them, if you threaten that you're going to quit, then they're going to try. That give them ammunition against you, and they can really do you kind of dirty. So I just didn't play with them. I really didn't. I was serious about my career. I wasn't the one to play with. If they didn't get me home, I actually just filled the tank up and drove it home, told them come get their truck. I had another job waiting. I don't have time to wait for you. That's what I did. I'm not advising you to do it. I'm just telling you what I did. I wasn't going to play around, especially if you have a good driving record. Now, if you got tickets and you don't have a good driving record, then you have to, sometimes you have to eat crow a little bit and be quiet and do what you're told, but I was good at what I do. My experience speak for itself. I'm not putting up with it. And I'm not going to, advise anybody else to. So, what did I say?
So, all in all you newbies out there, when you're with this company like that will not let you get home, it's time to start looking for another company. Don't leave that company.
Until
just
you
start
find
looking for another one. Yeah. Start looking for another. You will get hired by somebody else.
Because there are some trucking companies out there that'll train you. I know one of my, I sent the lady over to FFE, and she did very well over there.
Newbies.
From
FFE.
out the door, she was bringing in like 800, 900 a week out the door.
FFE.
And local and home every night. I was like, oh my God, what am I doing wrong?
FFE. What's
And
the other company?
the other company I had went to, I worked for Amerifreight.
Amerifreight
out
down
of
in Bensenville,
Bensenville.
Illinois.
I made good money over there.
They'll run you. They will run you.
I think they was paying 50 cents a mile.
What for team?
No, just for a single driver. 50 cents a mile, but they're going to run you. You're going to work.
They're going to run you.
They're going to run you. You probably get home every, what?
Every
3 weeks with them.
Yeah, every 3 weeks.
Yeah, every 3 weeks. But you're going to come home with two
money.
pockets full of money.
Yeah.
They ain't going to have you sitting around Amerifreight. We didn't sit around and not work. At least we didn't. I mean, as fast as you can drop a load, they got another one for you. So we made some good money with them.
What the other one down there, down in Illinois, with Marco and them?
Rex.
Super Ego. If you got your own truck now, this is for the guy that, and
these are for people that if you can work on your own, if you can
Super Ego.
if you can, if you don't need supervision, these are good companies. If you want to jump under some money real quick, I would say. Only thing I didn't like about them was they want you to work like a week and a half in the hole.
Before you get your first check.
Not a week, like 2 weeks in the hole.
Yeah, before you get your first check.
Before you get your first check, that was like, if you can wait the 2 weeks out, then you can make
That's a good
money.
company too. That's a good company. Super Ego down in Illinois.
We didn't have no problems because we save our money, so we could stand to wait. So with that being said, as far as owner-operators, we went to Landstar. Landstar was a really good company. They're going to take 35% of your pay, and they do a lot of paperwork for you. Landstar is 5-star company, and you can make good money with them, but you got to have your own truck. If you can get your own truck, and you have the experience, you can go to Landstar.
You go to Landstar. That's a good company.
I believe you can only have like 2 violations
within the last
a year or 2 years?
I think two violations
in a year.
The last year, I think. 2
violations in a year is all they'll do. Like she said, their insurance company won't let them hire you if you have more than 2 violations in a year. So we just want to give you guys some content and a little introduction as to who we are, and that's about all I have to say.
It's Roxo Trucking LLC again. Roxanne Alonzo. Roxo Trucking LLC.
Roxo Trucking! Thank y'all for watching.